Involved with pride, qualified, it's Lateefah Simon. Behold, pressure on coal, we've reaped a diamond. Charming, disarming, leaving the cynical trusting. She's politically tussling without the hypocritical mudsling. A staunch community activist who's indubitably passionate. No time for those who are presumably pacifist. Into a panel of synergy, ready to channel her energy. Even burned at both ends, her candles have symmetry. She makes all of her incumbents sound redundant. The plain and mundane remain repugnant. But any board she's a part of becomes a greater assembly. Instead of favor the trendy, she's labor friendly. Her first mode is workload, she doesn't entangle others. Wearing many hats and still a single mother. Sustained a great loss and pressed forward. Her children are part of a blessed orchard. At 15 years old she was a phenom recruited, where usually strong voices would be promptly muted. Instead of aimlessly wandering or painfully squandering, she didn't follow the model some were shamelessly honoring. Developed a treasure trove of attributes, set out to measure goals to impact youth. Diplomatic mediator, charismatic peacemaker. For affordable housing, she's emphatic to increase acres. From Frisco's Western edition, the best earned with conviction. Wins over people once they've learned her mission. Bestowed props as roadblocks seemed irrelevant. At 19, executive director of the Center for Young Women's Development, bringing invaluable fame, national acclaim. Pummeling till crumbling any bastion of shame. An esteemed decor when she's aboard. The youngest woman to win the MacArthur Fellowship Genius Award. Vote Lateefah Simon to keep her climbing. 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 Help create Frisco's first re-entry services division. Advances second chances to those coming out of prison, so they're not locked into their given prison fates. Drastically reducing recidivism rates, instead of banishing them back to soul-searching cages. Complete jobs with whole working wages. Lateefah surpassed those with little fight, those second fiddle types. As the executive director of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights. In a place where frivolity reigns, she's on a high-quality plane. Immersed in grant-making policy change. Deserving of a sound ovation. When program director of the Rosenberg Foundation, she abhors the ugly, on a mission for what must be. On the California State University Board of Trustees, not into severing dreams. Clever and keen, help to avoid the biggest strike higher education has ever seen. For this multiple case mission, she has culturally based vision. President of Akanati to combat structural racism. She excels here and is well revered. The California Assembly's Woman of the Year. This miss is clean, ultra pristine, on the powerless scene for O Magazine. Recognition for her leadership and philanthropy. There will always be humanity in her candidacy. If you crave her story, many articles summon. Lifetime Television's remarkable woman. Served on many boards and safety committees. Held scores of floors, tastefully written. Filled with knowledge, top billed and polished. Public policy at Mills College. For the pampered mercifully, she hampers absurdity. Social entrepreneurship at Stanford University. Vote Lateefah Simon to keep her climbing. 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 If she could be elected to BART Board District 7, we'd be that much closer to implicit heaven. Tired of the BART board playing us like harpsichords. Many parts obscure in this art of war. The inner core is marred, they distort hard. Lateefah Simon requires an annual report card. Accurate estimates, thorough assessments. Bond funds only for system reinvestments. Well-framed retribution for lame constitutions. Private contractors, no more campaign contributions. Ensure bid contracts are reasonably aligned. Feasibly assigned or redeemably fined. For those desiring even more inspiring are minority requirements for hiring. And BART must bear the onus. Partnership with cities that offer services to homeless. You might need to stand as a defendant officer. The seed to plant, independent auditor. Many ideas, it's a must to show plans. BART workforce development, the crux of programs. New technologies from industry and with humility should be used to aid people with disabilities. Essential services near transit like childcare. Lateefah Simon's proposals compiled and shared. Vote Lateefah Simon to keep her climbing. 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 This is your man, Ratamareka. Ain't no cyanide in my diatribe. The loss is imperative from false narratives. There's trouble afar, you better vote for double R. Any false pretense smothers. They pitting workers against each other. Vote Lateefah Simon to keep her climbing all the way to the pinnacle. Together we can make miracles. Yeah.